Hello everyone. So we were discussing about work. In physics or in science, we take the definition of work in terms of the force acting and the displacement caused by that force in the direction of the force. And from there, we understand that for a constant force acting for the displacement of the object, we have the formula for the work by a constant force equal to this. So just as we have discussed in our last class, suppose that force is acting on an object in this direction, but the displacement is taking place at an angle theta to the force. So this is the displacement, right? In that case, this whole force has not caused this displacement. This displacement S in this object, it is not caused by this total force F, right? Only there is a part of this force which has caused this displacement, because the nature of the force is to show its effect only in its own direction. So from there we take the part of this force, or we can say component of this force along the displacement. So the component of this force on along the displacement, it is given by F cos theta, and the other component will be mutually perpendicular to this one. This will be F sin theta. There can be any number of pairs of components for which their resultant is equal to F. So for the simplification of our calculation, we take two rectangular components, or we can say two mutually perpendicular components. One is F cos theta, other one is perpendicular to this one, F sin theta. So it is F cos theta part of this force which is causing this displacement, right? So work is in terms of the displacement caused by the force. So this is the displacement. So what force is doing this displacement? Not F, but F cos theta. And because there is no motion of the object along the vertical, so that means this force is not doing any work. So what is the work here? It is written as F cos theta, means the force, which is only F cos theta and not F, times the displacement, which we can rearrange to write it as F into S into cos theta, and this is nothing but the dot product of vector F, means force, and the vector S, means displacement. So this is how we understand the work done by a constant force. But what if force is not constant, it is variable throughout the displacement? Suppose that in this case, for example, the displacement is taking place from initial position A of the object to final position B of the object, right? Whenever some force is acting, but this force is not constant throughout the path, or we can say throughout the displacement, right? It keeps on changing. So such a kind of force is called as a variable force. So what is the work done by a variable force? If this is the formula for the work, this is equal to force into displacement. This is the formula we use because force is constant for the given displacement. But in this case, whenever the force is not constant, it does not remain same at every point of its displacement. So that means this force cannot be multiplied by this variable force cannot be multiplied by the displacement straight away. So in that case, how do we calculate the work done? Whenever we have a variable force, we consider the very elementary part, very small portion of this displacement, and we call it ds. For finding the work, we take very small portion of the whole displacement S. We take this part to be so small, so infinitesimally small, so that the force during this displacement ds almost remains same, or it remains same. So for very small displacement, force does not appear to be changing. So for that small displacement, we can write the expression for the work. So we are discussing the work by a variable force, right? So work by a variable force. So for very small displacement ds of this displacement is out of displacement of total displacement S. The force remains constant. The force for this small displacement ds, it remains constant, and we call it to be, suppose we call it to be F for the displacement ds. So this force is acting during this displacement ds. So if this is the ds displacement, let me draw it a slightly bigger way, then this, the force during that displacement, it is F. In that case, we can write the formula for the work done for this small displacement ds by the force F. So therefore, small amount of work done, we call it to be small amount of work done because displacement is small. Small amount of work done, which is dW. Small amount of work done is dW. This is equal to, here we are taking that the force is causing the displacement along the direction of the displacement. Yeah, or we can say the force is acting along the direction of the displacement. So in that case, angle theta will be 0 degree and cos 0 is 1 simply. So we get the formula for the small amount of work done to be F. This is the force which is acting for small displacement ds. And the angle between F and ds, it is nothing but 0. Okay. So therefore, how do we find the total work done? Total work done for displacement S. For whole displacement S, what is the total amount of work done? We write it as W and calculate it as integration of all such amount of works for the displacement 0 to S, or it may be it may have been given S1 to S2 or between any two such limits. This is nothing but integration of F ds from 0 to S. So this is the way to find out the total amount of work done for the displacement caused by a variable force, the force which is not constant. So this is the method we adopt. We can also talk about the graph and take the work done in case of variable force from the graph. Suppose that along the vertical axis we have the force and along the horizontal we have the displacement S, or in some books it may have been written as X, does not change the meaning. And suppose that graph is just like this. So that means force throughout the displacement, it is not at one particular value, but it is changing. So such a kind of force is variable force. So this is the graph between force and the displacement caused in a particular situation, for example. In that case, we consider the very small portion of the displacement, right? This is ds, for example, or dx, we can call it to be dx as according to the situation here. So for this small displacement, we try to find out the work done. So for doing that, we are drawing the perpendicular from this initial position to final position on the displacement axis. Now we can talk about the work done. So work from here for small displacement dx, the work is nothing but F. We take that the force for this small displacement, it remains constant and we call it to be F. We call it to be F. So small amount of work done, it is given by F into dx. And for the whole displacement from initial position x1 up to x2, So for whole displacement from x1 to final position x2, what is the total amount of work done? So total amount of work done is nothing but integration of all such small work done between initial point x1 to final point x2. So this is the formula to calculate, or method to calculate the total amount of work done in case of a variable force, right? So this is how we find the work done from the graph between F and displacement, force and displacement. Let us try to observe this or this carefully. Let us try to observe this carefully first. For this small displacement, we are drawing two perpendicular on the displacement axis, right? So the area, this side it is nothing but F, and this side it is nothing but X. So this is more or less, this shape is nothing but a rectangular. This is a rectangle. So the area of this rectangle is nothing but its length into its width, which is F into dx. So F into dx, here it is representing the area bound by this curve for the displacement dx. So we can see that we are calculating the work done from the displacement time, from the force displacement graph by finding the area under the graph, area for dx. So this is how we find the work done in different situations, whether it is a work done by a constant force or by a variable force. That's all for now.